Okay, let's try that now. I'm telling you, I need like little. I need to do this first, do that first, do the other thing first. Should have sound now. Back to here. Man, you guys get a lot of commercials. 'Cause I'm having to watch the comments basically not as myself. If I signed in as myself, it won't allow me to. I can't be in two places at once. Won't allow me to do that. But man, you constantly get these little things that have to pop down. We should be good with sound now. I hope. So the on in other news, the video that I've uploaded to YouTube apparently is corrupted. The video that I uploaded to YouTube on the Gaslands game is apparently not working. So I'm going to have to upload it at some point again. Normally I would just say screw it, but it's a pretty cool game even though it's long, and it really comes back down to all the way to the end. So am I good on sound now? Let's check this interface. Yeah, I turned it off because I didn't want. Yeah, we should be good now. I mean, you are not going to hear anything other than me. Okay, so yeah, I won't try to do anything else on here because I'm sure it would have to change the parameters and that would get all screwed up. Okay, so we're back on day 4 of Hoffmann Rides Again. And let's see if we could do a recap here. Yeah, so this was what, and then the day before. Okay, so yeah, on the 27th, well, last day we left off, he encountered a bunch of armored cars, anti-tank guns. Did we encounter any tanks? I don't think we encountered any tanks on the last day, interestingly enough. Oh, no, one BT-7A. The previous day had a lot of tanks on it. Previous day had quite a few tank action. T-26s, BT-7As. I think I've encountered more BT-7As than they actually produced. The BT-7A is really a variation of the BT-7, a different turret. It has a howitzer in it, so to speak. Okay, so we are back, and we've went ahead and added the skills to all the drivers, the driver and the gunners and the loaders and the assistant driver. Everybody's all suited up in Panzer 321. He is the we're gonna. This guy is the commander of the second platoon in the third company, in who knows what Panzer division. I can tell you which Panzer divisions it isn't because well, the sixth, the eighth, the sixth was completely equipped with Czech 35s at this time, and there was like 4 other Panzer divisions that invaded Russia that were their main battle tank was the Czech 38. They still had Panzer twos, and they still had the one heavy or the medium. Really, they called it the medium company with Panzer fours for support, but they all had um, they all had Czech tanks. So this is one of the other ones. Okay, so um, we are ready to advance to the next day. June 28th. Today's mission. Oh, how did I know it was going to be Spearhead? So we've had good air support, but yesterday I think the entire day was cloudy, so we couldn't do anything with air support. In retrospect, we didn't need it, but and by the way, this is, if you can see up here, I've selected the 42 campaign game scenario, and this is day 5. That's assuming this guy lives. Okay, if he gets knocked out, we're done. Um, if he gets killed, we're done. He could get knocked out, spend 3 weeks in the hospital, come back, and we lose several campaign days because of that. Okay, number 2, that's the crew. Number 3, start of day. Number 4, field hospital. Okay, so At this point, we have to hit tab to start the day. We're going to have 80% chance of air support, 80% chance of artillery support, and 100% unit support. Of course, that depreciates every time you try to use it. Okay, here we go to the ammo loading phase. And we have 8 APCR and 2 extra in the hold. So I'm going to go ahead and, just to make sure they don't get taken away from me, I'm going to go ahead and load them up. Now, I don't think there was any German tank. Well, it's about 1 round in 10 is APCR. I feel like it's really high. I don't know how many they carried, but I'd be surprised if it's more than 4. But we're going to add a few more regular armor piercing, and the rest we're going to fill up with HE. And we're not going to carry extra ammo. That nothing good can come from that, especially when you ask to be resupplied, and it only takes 15 minutes of your day. Even though yesterday I was resupplied and I was attacked when I was resupplying. Okay, so we're going to tab and continue. Okay, so here's our scenario: more rivers and marsh. 35 minutes to get ready. It took them longer to get ready. It's been 15 minutes consistently. So we wasted 35 minutes. These guys, talking about girls or something. I don't know. What up, everyone? Freezing your ass off, 1 degree out with a wind chill of -3. Well, you're the big man that's always complaining about you can handle the cold. I know you guys are getting a snowstorm up there. It was extremely warm today. It was probably over 80, which is crazy. I mean, it was chilled yesterday. It was, we're supposed to get some rain on, I think, on Saturday, and then it gets cool again. You know what that means? You know what that means, Justin? You're going to have a day off here pretty soon. You're going to get snowed in. That's got to be terrible. Like, get snowed in and then, like, not have any food. Like, I bet that happens to you once, or nonce, you know. Okay, so here we are here in the forest. And our objectives are we have to do a recon over here, recon there. Actually, we don't have to do those things. We can just actually avoid them and just punch, right? One of the small towns is shut down. Wow. 4 victory points here, 4 victory points. Both of these are recons. And capture this one. Now, reconning this one's going to be really interesting because I'm not going to go through the swamp. So if I come around this way through the fields and go up this way, I'm going to have to try to take it because I'm not going into this fortification. Ruth, Michigan. The town was shut down. Pretty small town, huh? And we need to recon this one. So I'm almost thinking I don't want to even recon this because it's going to pull my attention all the way over to this left side, and there's nothing else here for me. So I think I'm going to avoid this one and just come in, go in here through the village, come up here through the fields, go up this way, do a recon, and then capture it, and then keep punching through because I need to capture this. And then probably exit the board this way. There's no reason to cross rivers when you don't need to. I don't know what could come of that, but I'm a little skeptical. We don't need to, like, crisscross rivers. All right, so first things first. They have a cheeseburger festival during the summer. They shut down the town, cold beer and cheeseburgers, and dancing in the street. Huh. No dancing now. Who's dancing now, pal? All right, so we go E is what we're going to do. Yeah, we're reconning everything. We're not walking into a KV if I can avoid it, unprepared. By the way, it's scattered clouds. Oh, we got clear skies finally. Support weapon team. We're going to do advancing fire, and we're going to do advancing fire minimum every single time. And you guys haven't really seen it, but what advancing fire does is there's a chance when you actually go into the battle, that some of the units will be pinned or something like that. Two, let's see what our situation is. We're going to go in with the commander unbuttoned. Actually, that's going to get me killed. If you're going to kill the commander, we're going to kill everybody else too. Everybody goes unbuttoned. See if we can get a free spot when we come in. Go back to 3. I wish I knew who else is in my squad. I guess we'll be able to tell in the first battle. And proceed. 6 HE rounds used. No enemy resistance. Okay. Is there a way to tell on this screen? Crewman menu. 3. No. Battle group. Here we go. Here we go. We got Acker in a Panzer 3H and Lieb in a Panzer 3G. And I'm in a G as well. So I don't know who this Acker guy is, but I'm an experienced commander and he's got a more modern tank than I do. Well, 321's been good to us, so. All right. So now we've got these villages. We're going to try to go to D. So go do, well, technically I should be driving east. So this would be south. And we're going to do a recon on that. 3 strengthened zone. And what is it? It could be wrong. Artillery gun. All right, let's do advancing fire. And I don't want to use up my artillery support on something that I may not need. Let's be ballsy and proceed. Use 6 HE rounds. No enemy resistance. I guess it was a good call. Actually, the better call would have been not to even use advancing fire or recon those 2 zones, but, you know. You know, the German tanks at this time weren't that good. Now, they had a lot of advantages to the Russian tanks, but one of the biggest advantages the Germans had at this time is they've got air support, artillery support, and unit support. You know, they're in really good shape when it comes to that, at least initially. And then they overrun their supplies and can't resupply things and all those kind of issues. So, okay, at this point, we pretty much got to go to this place right here, which is E. We're going to do a recon on E. Strengthen zone 3. Motorcycle team. Advancing fire is good for that. Here we go. Been looking at homes in South Carolina. Oh, you want to get out of Michigan? I don't know. South Carolina is even hotter than here. It's landlocked. Well, not all of South Carolina is, but, you know. Okay, so we're here. I just heard some music, and I'm like, where the hell is that music coming from? I got something on YouTube that all of a sudden, like, I made the mistake maybe like 8 months ago, and it asked me something. I don't know exactly what it asked me, but since I create channel content, if it wanted to suggest other things for me, and I said yes. I don't know what it was, but when I go on YouTube now, it's constantly playing videos for me that I didn't ask for. I don't know if that's happened to all you guys, but it is kind of annoying. And last couple times I've actually had some like music that was playing. You know, nothing inappropriate, just like some background, almost like fireside chat type of music, you know, like weird. Okay, so we're gonna go to Q and we're gonna recon. It's gonna burn up an extra 10 minutes, but look, I'd like to know exactly what we're facing here. Strength in zone is 2, and it's a truck. Advancing fire, proceed. 3 HE rounds. You encounter enemy resistance, okay? Alright. He homes in the deep countryside, push aside, I'm getting tired of the cold. I'd be getting tired of the shoveling. You know the beauty about cold, you don't have any bugs. Or maybe you do, they're in your house. I don't know. I mean, I know that like when it rains a lot, that's when you get creatures that come in your house that you don't normally get in your house or in the garage, like beetles and stuff. It's got to rain like a lot. And I'm talking about like a few beetles, not like, 20 or anything like that. Like four, that normally aren't in at all. Okay, so whatever this is, the line of sight is blocked to it. Okay? So first thing I'm going to start, I am not hull down or anything. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to leave the commander spotting crew exposed. Um, the gunner, we're going to go ahead and put him on operate the gun. The loader is going to be on reload. The driver is going to drive. Assistant driver, we're going to have on pass ammo whenever it happens. Now, I don't have a shot to him, and I'm not super interested in getting myself into a situation where I don't exactly know what that is, especially without support. I mean, it could just be a truck. So we're going to go ahead and button up the gunner and the loader. Those little side doors on the Panzer III, close those things. The side doors on the turret, close those things. All right? And that's what we're going to do. Now, what we plan on doing is pivoting the hull. Now, I'm going to bank on one of these other guys can actually spot what this enemy is and start engaging it. And we're going to end the phase. And no, I don't have a line of sight to it, so we're going to end that too. Oh, it's a T-26, Model 33, facing backwards. All right. I don't have a line of sight to him. I'm fine engaging him at long range because my gun can hurt him more than he can hurt me. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have the commander we don't need to put him on spot. We need to go ahead and have him direct fire. The gunner is going to actually, you know what? Let's actually have him because we're not going to get it. We're not going to get a hit the first time, right? So we're going to go ahead and put him on direct movement. Gunner's going to operate the gun. We're going to reload there. Driver's going to drive, pass ammo. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to reposition ourselves in the hex, okay? So that we're still at this distance, but I'll have a line of sight to him, okay? So we're going to end that phase, and we're going to reposition. What's the reposition chances? Doesn't say. Yeah, I could move forward, but I don't want to give him an advantage. Oh, I get to choose what I want to be in. So I have a 50% chance to being in open ground or broken, 97% chance in fields, terrain effects modifier. Oh, how much cover it's got. Let's try to go to woods. Okay, there's only a 20% chance of doing that. But I have a feeling that... What terrain am I in right now? I think I'm in open. I'm in fields. Okay, I'm in fields. And I'm fine staying in the terrain that I'm in. I just want to get a shot at him. Okay? So we're going to proceed. He failed, but I moved into a fields, and now I have line of sight to him. Okay, so this hex represents 0 to 120 meters. So this is 350 feet square, so to speak. So it's still a pretty big area. All right, so we have a shot at him. We do not want to use any special ammo. Armor piercing is just fine. I'm probably going to have a 0.5 chance to hit him. And we're going to go ahead and fire at the target. Yep, there it is. It's that initial shot. Missed. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's see what the other guys do. I was spotted by him. Okay, and he's moving and loses vision again. Okay, so he moved. Looks like he's facing this way now towards this vertex. towards this vertex here, and at this point, I really don't want to get any closer to him. So I'm going to switch to, I wonder if he's going to keep moving. He could keep moving. I'm going to direct fire. I think he moves after I'm done. So I have to decide what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and try to move, but I'll put him on direct fire. We're going to attempt to reposition, and yeah, I'm fine. Oh, fields. Let's try doing open ground. Let's try doing open ground and see if that helps with being able to not have any intervening stuff in between us. Okay. I failed moving into open ground. I move into woods instead, which is fine because what I wanted to do initially. And see, this tank, Lieb's tank is in fields, and Acker is in open ground, and I'm in woods, and I'm hull down through this direction, which doesn't do any good. But I still have my front hull this way, so it's not really an issue. All right, we're going to. We moved, so I'm probably have a 0.5 chance again. Yep. And now he fired at us, but missed. All right. What terrain is he in? He's in broken ground. All right, we're going to button the commander up. Okay. Operate gun, reload, drive, pass ammo, even though we're not going to drive. And not going to move, and we're going to fire at him, and our chances improve to 48%. Now, I'm banking that if I land a hit on him, he's probably going to be toast. It may not be guaranteed. It might be like a 70% chance, maybe high 50s, something like that. But if he hits me, the chances are less than that. So we put a hit on him. We didn't get ready to fire. 91% chance of destroying him. So I was underestimating the 50. So he is toast. And he was the only unit there. I don't know what a T-26 was operating by himself. There's other guys there. We just didn't encounter those other guys. Okay, so that all happened in this hex here. So now we're going to go Q, and we'll go to a recon on Q. Estimated strength is 3. Infantry squad. All right, let's go to our position here. I don't really want to walk into a situation where infantry is right next to me and they ambush me and all my hatches are open. So we're going to show up with our hatches closed. Okay? Because remember, it's about survival. It's actually about having fun. So we're going to do advancing fire at that. Let's see what our ammo situation is. We're down to 52 rounds of high explosive. Not really anything to be worried about, but it is getting consumed. And we're going to proceed. Fired 2 rounds of HE. Now we got 48. And no enemy resistance. Okay, it looks like the friendlies captured this as well. Sometimes for some reason, they didn't want to go over towards this river either. All right, so recon award 4 victory points. We're going to go E, and we're going to do a recon on it. Strength is 2, and it completed an objective. What is it? Light tank. So at this point, I could come over here, avoid that, zip across here, recon this one, but I don't want to go through a marsh. I don't care if it's friendly. I don't want to cross a river, and I don't want to go laterally. Just to try to come over here and take this. And how would I capture this zone from this direction? I'd have to cross a river to do it. Nothing good can come from that, right? So I'm just going to forget this recon. It's just an extra 4 victory points, and it's going to cost me a lot of time doing that, where I could be using that time to penetrate onto the other board. So we're going to go ahead and we said it's a light tank. Let's do advancing fire. Let's go ahead and make sure we get a spot chance on him. Unbutton everybody because it's getting hot in here. All right. And do we want to throw anything else at him, like a unit support? I don't think so. Hopefully I don't regret it. It's like, oh, it's just light tanks. No problem. I fired 5 rounds of HE. Encounter enemy resistance. It's just 1 tank, though. Okay, and he shows up unspotted, but I'm going to get a free spotting phase before I do anything else. So we'll leave the commander on spot. The gunner's going to go ahead and button up. Oh, not everybody. No. H for hatch. Okay, operate gun, reload, driver on drive. Always keep that driver on drive, especially since we haven't seen what the heck is there. Okay, here we go. It is a BT-5 at long range. Which way is his hull facing? Okay, he's hull down. He's hull down to the front. Let's see. He might be hull down to me. I really don't want to move closer. I'd rather engage him because I'm also hull down to him. Yeah, we're not going to move. I'm hull down in open ground. Lieb is hull down in rubble. And Acker is hull down in fields. So all 3 of us are hull down, and so is he. Okay, so we're going to get into a dual situation here. We're not going to move. Okay, it's a shooting phase. We're going to fire at the target. I know I only have a 5% chance. Missed. Okay. I was spotted by him. And it moves, but not far enough to enter a new hex. So he's going to try flanking. And now he's not hull down. Now he's hull down on his back facing. So whatever he was going by, we're going to switch the commander to direct fire. Operate gun reload. Okay, good. No movement. We're going to fire an armor-piercing round. And even though he's moving, I still have a 23% chance to hit him. I missed him, but I got ready to fire. Fire again! And I missed with that one. See, I consumed one off the ready rack. Now there's only 4 in the ready rack now. That chance of getting a rate of fire. Well, maybe one of the other 2 tanks can get him. You know, I can't get all the kills. You know, it is a team effort. Nope, they missed him. Well, I don't see that we're going to do anything different. Now we're up to a 94.3% chance. It's not guaranteed. I mean, I could jam my gun. Okay, I got a hit and maintain rate of fire. I'm going to fire again. And I maintain rate of fire. I'm firing again. I'm going to make sure he's dead. Okay, and continue. Let's see what happens. It's really unlikely he survived. I mean, they each have like a 92% chance of. So, he is toast. I destroyed him again. All right. Now, we're kind of low on AP ammunition. We're down to 13 rounds of it. But no big deal. I don't want to use the APCR unless it's a situation where it's useful. Although I thought it would have been more rare than it is. Okay. So we're going to go back here. We're going to unbutton everybody. Okay. And this is a capture objective? It is. Okay. So we're going to Q. We're going to do a recon on Q. Estimated strength 3 in zone. Anti-tank gun. All right, well, an anti-tank gun, we're not going to fool around with that. We're going to do advancing fire. We're going to request artillery support. And we're going to request unit support. Okay, we're going to proceed. Um, I would really hate for something big to show up, and I didn't. I opted and not get an 88, so I'm still going to do anti-armor. No enemy resistance. Okay, well, the unit support dropped from 100 to 95. The artillery support, well, I guess I never called it in. It never got called in because I didn't. It only gets called in if somebody shows up. Is that right? That's awful handy. Okay, this is the last thing on the map that we're going to try to tackle. We're going to do a recon there. Estimated strength zone is 4. Armored train car. I have never seen that before. I have no idea what the hell that means. And because I don't know what the hell it means, we're going to do advancing fire. We're going to, let's not do air support. Let's do artillery support and unit support. And it's an armored train car, so we're going to do anti-arm. Yeah, we're going to do anti-armor. And here we go. I encounter enemy resistance. Okay, so I failed the attempt of getting artillery. I got unit support. What did we get? A 37 millimeter anti-tank gun. Well, that's not going to do a whole lot. Unspotted enemy in flat terrain. Okay. I am hull down to the front, but that doesn't do him any good because he's over here. I'm in broken ground. I have no idea what the hell this is equipped with. Or what it even is. I assumed it's an armored train car or something, or an armored train or something. We'll leave the commander exposed. Gunner is going to go button up, and we're going to go to operate gun. Loader is going to reload. Driver is going to drive. Assistant driver is going to pass ammo. Okay, that's all we're doing for the command phase. And I spotted an enemy armored locomotive. And I can see it from this location. Let's see if I can right click it. It tells me something. It's extra large, an armored steam locomotive designed to move an armored train. I don't know if that means it doesn't have any weapons. If it's just a locomotive, it's probably okay. But if it has the rest of the train, yeah, there's trains that have freaking tank turrets and shit like that on them. So, yeah, let's not screw around with that. First thing we're going to do is we're going to pivot the hull. Okay. And we're going to... It says it's armored, so I'm going to... What's the fire at target look like? 28.8%. That's not bad. That's not bad. I missed, though. Light artillery car spotted. So that's a light artillery car. The 37 millimeter anti-tank gun. Let me guess, the truck moves forward. Yeah, I don't know what the heck the AI is. It's like apparently it wants to get rid of all the trucks. Like thinks that they're a waste. And the train car killed that had an artillery piece on it, killed the newest tank. The Panzer III-H that's with us got knocked out. Okay, well, um, we're going to direct fire. I don't know. I'm going to be buttoned up. I don't know if that actually I can't direct because it's farther than this vision. Or you can still. I want to say in the other game, I spotted somebody and I didn't lose spotting them just because I buttoned up. I don't want Hoffmann out there freaking having issues. Now, last time a tank blew up, it's scared like 4 people. This time, only the driver and the assistant driver are shaken. So that's good. I'm not going to try to reposition. I don't want to be on a platform that's not moving, so we can guarantee getting a hit on them. Okay, we're going to end that phase. We're not moving, and we're going to fire at the target. 95% chance. Now, I have a feeling that if I hit, this has got to have less armor than a T-26. So I have a feeling if I put a hit on him, it's toast. Got a hit. We'll find out soon here. 72% chance. I actually had more armor. Looks like the other thing. Armored locomotive was destroyed. I'm now unspotted. Oh, so there's 2 cars in there. There's a light artillery car and a locomotive. I destroyed the locomotive and the other guy destroyed the artillery car. Okay, so we captured this. So I can try to cross this river and capture this. I'll go around this way and capture it and not have to cross any rivers. I prefer not crossing the river. Now let's see our situation on the ammunition. I got 11 rounds AP. I'm not ready to resupply. We're going to go D, do a recon, strength of 3, light tank. All right, just for yucks, what if I do Q and do a recon across the river? Strength is 2, and it's artillery gun. No, we're going to go through the D, okay? And we're going to do advancing fire with a light tank. We're going to unbutton everybody. Go back to 3, and we're going to proceed. Oh, now it's only 2 of our tanks, though. Use 5 HE rounds, find no resistance. All right, now we're going to go up to in this little corner, do a recon there. Estimated strength is 2. 2 support weapons, team, light tank. We're going to do advancing fire. We're going to request unit support. And let's do artillery support also. Yep. 1 HE round. I encounter enemy resistance. Yep, and I got guys on top of me, and I'm unbuttoned. I probably should have buttoned up when I saw there was infantry. Artillery support, attack inbound. Flamethrower team spotted by artillery. Oh my God. I got a support unit. What is it? A 50 millimeter anti-tank gun. All right, we're in trouble. So the first thing we're going to do is, what am I in? Am I hull down? No. I don't know what this is in this unit either. All right, Commander, forget spotting, okay? We're going to direct movement. Gunner, we're going to operate the machine gun. It's more effective on the move. Loader, doesn't really matter what he's doing. Oh, well, first of all, we're going to button everybody the fuck up. There we go. All right. Direct movement. Gunner, operate the MG, the coax machine gun. The loader is just gonna. I'm leave him on reload. The driver is going to drive like the wind, and the assistant driver is going to operate the machine gun. So I don't know what this unit is here, but there is definitely a flamethrower here. So I'm gonna attempt to back up and hose both of the things. Okay? Because the other thing is whatever I do, the other tank will do as well. So if I move a hex, the other tank will be in another hex as well. And he needs to get the hell out of there too. Maybe the flamethrower will think this A tank gun is tasty, and we'll go after him instead. But we'll at least want to be able to pin this guy down. All right, that's what we got to do. Becky Davies, welcome. Welcome to the Eastern Front. All right, don't be deceived by this really primitive looking game because the gameplay is awesome, but it just looks primitive. You know what? The thing is, it's primitive, but it runs on everybody's computer. Hey, it's a game you can actually play on an Apple. I bet you. I bet it will run on an Apple. It's a shame it won't run on my phone. Maybe it can. Maybe it can. But this is a pretty killer game. All right, so we're going to direct movement. We're going to attempt to back up. We're going to operate the machine gun, the coax machine gun, which is the machine gun that's sitting there beside the main armament, hosing, and then we're going to back up. All right. So it's going to end the phase, and we spotted a light mortar team. He can't do shit to us. If we're buttoned up, light mortar team can't do anything to us. That's like a 50 millimeter mortar. No, if it was like an 82, you have 82 millimeter mortars that start landing on you can damage some stuff. But a 50 is not going to do anything to a Panzer III. Maybe a Panzer I, or if I was open topped, yeah, it'd be all bets are off if it's open top. Okay, reverse, I have a 19.8% chance. Okay, so we're going to do a reverse move, and I moved, but not far enough to enter a new hex. Okay, we're going to fire 5 firepower with a coax machine gun at the flamethrower team. Okay, not too bad considering I moved. 26.4% chance of getting full effect. Well, no effect. All right, let's not forget that we also have a bow machine gun, because that's what the assistant guy does, which he doesn't get much chance to do it. It's got to be one hex in front of you, so if he gets to shoot and you're attacking somebody that's in good order, somebody didn't do a good job or you got ambushed. Okay, so we're gonna fire that. 26.1% chance. I got full effect, 3 firepower. I don't need to kill him. I just a pin, a reduce something on him. And the other tank is doing the same thing. Horse limber, move closer. I got a horse that's hiding behind us. 3 firepower. No effect. Yeah, there's a 17% chance of destroying him. I was spotted by the flamethrower team. Oh, look at that. Look, he flamed me. 6 firepower. Oh, he attacked the 50 millimeter gun. The 50 millimeter gun was on a horse thing. It moved in the same hex, and it attracted. That's what he wanted to do. All right, we're going to do something drastic. Direct movement. We're going to operate the machine gun with a gunner. We're going to load with a gunner. We're going to operate the machine gun with the assistant driver, but we're not going to. So what we're going to do is we're going to move to the movement phase. My chances of moving forward are 42.1. Chances of reversing are 24.8. I'm going to turn tail and run because I have a better chance of doing that. Now, I have a 0.6% chance of pivoting, and I have to pivot twice. So I'm going to take that risk. All right? So we're going to pivot again. Which one's the flamethrower team? That one. And we're going to attempt to move forward. Yeah, that's what you do. Now he's 2 hexes away. All right? Now, the coax machine gun, that's the machine gun that's sitting beside the main gun, right? Is we're going to rotate the turret behind us, select the flamethrower team as the target, and fire at their ass. Wow, I can't believe that is a damn good chance. It's better than the other one. Okay, well. Full effect. Horse limber moves. Yeah, just kill him, man. It's just 10 firepower on the flame team. Routed him. Get out of here. Yes! Moves further away. Leave the board for all I care. The mortar team's now deployed. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're still going to direct movement. No, we're going to direct fire. Operate the machine gun, operate the MG, right? Okay. We're going to pivot the tank. Okay. So now I am facing both of them. Shit, I could. What terrain's he in? Open ground? I'm not going to overrun him. I'm not going to overrun him. That's just taking extra risks. Okay? We're going to rotate the turret. So now the turret and the hull are facing the same way at the mortar team. And we're going to fire the coax machine gun at the mortar team. No effect. Okay, we're going to move to the bow machine gun. Fire it there. No effect. Horse limber is moving around. 11 firepower on the light team. Got this on the light mortar team destroyed. Flamethrower team surrendered. I can't believe we survived the flamethrower attack. Well, it's 120 meters, so, there's some vagueness in there, like, okay, he wasn't really that close to you, whatever, when he attacked. But that's like curtains to you. Okay? Lost communications, and we capture the zone. Man, a little scary there. All right, now we've got lots of points on here. We appeared here. We don't have a lot of options which way to go, but we've got a capture here. We have a convoy attack. We have another capture here. We have another capture and a recon. All right, so we're going to move into this hex. If this doesn't get taken, I think what I'm going to do is then come over here, capture this one, and then circle back around and take this. And then come around here and then come here through the middle of the marshes. But before we do that, we're going to take a little potty break. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. All right, so let's see what our supply situation is like. 11 rounds of AP. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing. We're going to, the longer I wait, the more ammo I'll get back, right? So, let's go to this screen, go to Q, and do a recon. Estimated strength 3. I mean, we're going to go in the zone. It's just a matter of what kind of support am I going to call in. Motorcycle team. We're going to do advancing fire. I don't want to be buttoned up. I don't want to be unbuttoned. And you see my crews are getting a little slightly tired. And we're going to proceed. Six HE rounds went out. Reestablished headquarters. Yes, German radios going in and out. You know, they're not used to all this dust in Russia. Okay, so here we said we're going to go up to this zone, do a recon. Enemy strength 7. 7. 7. Well, we're going to take it. It's a capture thing I have to do. It says self-propelled AA gun. Well, normally there's a machine gun armed. The Russians, I don't think they have anything with a cannon on it. That also could be wrong, but that is a 7. So we're going to do advancing fire on there. We're going to do unit support, request unit support, request artillery support, and I'm going to request air support as well. Fuck it. Let's bring it all in. 7's a pretty damn big number. You don't see them very often. And we did experience a 10 one time. And proceed. Yeah, anti-armor, absolutely. Fired 5 HE rounds. I counter enemy resist. I would hope so. Only 1 unit. And I got air support. It's trying to spot. What is it? No targets were spotted. You didn't even tell me what plane it was. Not cool. Artillery. We got artillery. Okay. Firing spotting rounds. Really? It was a freaking staff car? These Nazis are terrible with it. With 7 firepower on a staff car. Destroyed. Well, no wonder the planes couldn't spot them. There was hardly anybody here. No enemy units. Well, that was a total lie. That was a total lie. It's a strength of 7 and there's 1 staff car. Got to keep you on your toes, man. I can't say I dislike that, you know. So that dropped these numbers a little bit. Not too bad. All right. I like this. There's bridges that lead you to marsh. I'm not taking those bridges. I'm not taking those bridges. Is there one of these that tells me how many campaign points I have? Anticlimactic. You got it. We got 6 hours of the day left. What are these zones worth? Bunch of 5s. These are worth 6s and 7s. I might be better off just ignoring this. I don't know what this 2... Oh, it said there was 2 units there. I might be better off just ignoring this. Because I got to cross this river and just punch this way. I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's see what this is looking like. Strength Zone 4. Support weapon team. Are we buttoned up? We are. Good. We're not walking into that crap. Advancing fire. Let's go. Oh, shit. What the fuck did I do? There we go. Advancing fire. Proceed. I pressed the key next to it. 7 HE rounds. No enemy resistance. Okay. Let's keep going. E. Recon. Strength 4. Light tank. Advancing fire. Let's go ahead and unbutton. And that's just so I have a chance of spotting them initially. And proceed. 5 HE rounds expended. I encounter enemy resistance. Really light resistance. I'm sure that's just, it depends on, you know, I mean, they got spooked here. Okay, what terrain is he in? Unspotted enemy flat. I'm in open ground, not hull down or anything. Gunner's going to operate gun. Loader is going to... Oh, shit. close those hatches. Loader is going to reload. Driver is going to drive. Assistant driver is going to pass ammo. I'll leave the commander on spot. It's a T-26, okay? We are... I don't know if that counts as a side shot or not. I better rotate. I better pivot the hull. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. All right, we're not going to move other than that. I know that my chance is going to be like a 0.5. It always is. I swear I have a higher chance of jamming my gun than hitting him. I'm not going to fire. He fired at me. All right. Now let's see what my chance is when I didn't shoot that first shot off. If I get penalized for that. Okay? We're going to leave the commander unbuttoned. I feel like that makes a difference. Well, we don't want him killed. Let's button his ass up. I changed my mind. Okay? We're going to direct fire, operate the gun, reload, drive, pass, ammo. We're good. Not moving. We're going to fire at the target. 48.8% chance. I like that idea of just not taking that 0.5% chance of firing at him. That's just I'm increasing my chances of jamming the gun and having to go home early. All right, here we go. I hit him, and what is that? What is that sound? Maybe it's something on the computer. Well, we don't need to know what it is. I don't have anything else running around. I hit him, and I got ready to fire. Let's put another fire on him. I missed, but I got ready to fire. Fire again. And I hit him, so I got 2 hits on him. He's probably toast. Yeah. 91.7% chance. Got him with the first one. I wish it'd show me where the other one went if I would have killed him twice. That's what you would do in a real game. All right, in a miniatures game. All right, what is the artillery situation now? We're really low. We're going to go ahead and request a resupply. Yeah. While I was waiting for resupply, the enemy forces attacked my zone. Again, look, and it's somebody at point blank range. However, I'm all buttoned up. I'm going to direct movement. Gunner is going to operate the gun. Loader is going to reload. Driver is going to drive. Assistant driver is going to operate the machine gun. Enemy rifleman. Right next to me. I'm in broken ground. What's here? German rifleman. All right, so here's what we're going to do. What are my chances to pivot of fucking it up? 0.7. All right, we're going to pivot the hull away. Yeah, that's good enough away from them. And we're going to move forward. I have a 51% chance of doing it. Then we're going to rotate the turret. Or we're going to rotate the turret back like we did last time. But we're not going to fire the gun. Okay, because we don't, it's going to be like a horrible chance to do it. We're going to end the phase. That's not me, that's the other gun. Ooh, they got 12 firepower on them. Pinned them. Good. Now we don't have to worry about anything. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to change this from operate gun to operate the machine gun. All right, and we're going to do that, and we're going to pivot, 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 so he's towards the front, and we're going to rotate the turret back, and now we're going to fire at it. So if he moves forward on us, we'll have the whole machine gun pointed towards him. Okay? We got all the time in the world at this point. 14 firepower. The other tank is nailing them. Reduced them, which means they took some casualties. I was spotted. I would hope so. The dust around you is completely settled. All right? Now we're not going to move. Now we're going to change this commander to direct fire. Okay? Not moving. We're going to fire the coaxial machine gun. 55% chance of doing something. Full effect. The other tank fires on him as well. 22 firepower. I contributed 5. So the other guys must have gotten a critical hit. Okay? Destroyed them. Because they're armed with the same 5 firepower machine gun. Okay. Yeah, so they decided infantry squad was like, hey, what are these guys doing over here? Let's check them out. And and they got mowed down. All right. HE. Let's go to AP. We're not going to put more APCR. Let's add more AP. That should be enough. Then we'll come over here to HE. Now, I'm going to check this. I've got 4 APCR rounds available that I'm not taking, because I got plenty of them. If we live to the next day, it'll be curious to see if I still have those 4, or it's even higher, or it resets to 0. If it resets to 0, the right thing here is just to take them all, so they can't get taken away from me. Oh, shift for 10. Well, it's too late. Okay. Accept and continue. And there's a random event. Additional air support has been made available. Enemy forces captured a friendly zone, so they did a counterattack. I don't know where the hell it happened, but... Alright, so now we're going to come back up here. Oh, got to go to this screen. Got to go up to here. And we're going to do a recon there. Strength zone is 3. What kind of units are we talking about? Infantry squad? Are we still buttoned up? We are. Now, it does not, it increases my chance of not being able to see them, but I don't want to like show up next to them and I'm unbuttoned. Yeah. We're going to do advancing fire, and we're going to move into the hex. Fired 5 HE rounds, no enemy resistance. Alright, I'm going to go to here, where these villages are, and we're going to do a recon on that. Strength in zone is 1. What is it? Hopefully it's not heavy tank. Enemy support team. Advancing fire just costs a few rounds of HE. As you can see, we're running out of day. We've got about 3.5 hours. I'll be lucky to get off this board. And we're going to proceed. Fired an HE round. I encounter enemy resistance. But he's unspotted. Okay, I'm in fields, not hull down, and the other tanks had wooden buildings. Gunner is going to be on operate gun. I just don't want the chance of that being like a tank, and then I'm on the machine gun. Like, if it's infantry, we got some time to kill them. If it's a tank or something really nasty, we've got to account for that. Okay, everybody's buttoned up. It's at long range, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to unbutton him to increase my chance of seeing it. And what we're going to do is we're going to pivot, and we're going to reposition. And I'll have a 90% chance of going into wooden buildings. Yeah, let's do that. Success. I move to a new location that happens to have a line of sight to them. And I'm hull down this way from this direction, so that's useless to me. I'm not going to bother firing because I haven't spotted him, and I don't want that high chance of getting a jam. Okay, so we're going to end the phase. Oh, but the other tank decides to shoot at him. And oh, he did 3 firepower and destroyed it, so obviously it was a very weak unit, whatever it was. Okay. This a capture or recon? I think it's a capture. It is. All right, so this is A. We're going to do a recon to A. Strengthen zone 8. Infantry squad. Well, we're definitely going to do advancing fire. We're running out of daylight, so I'm going to go ahead and do unit support, which is N. And I'll do artillery support as well. We don't want to die and not have used it. B. We'll forego air support. And what kind of units is it? Infantry squad. Let's button everybody up. Yeah, anti-armor. Fire 2 rounds of HE. I encounter enemy resistance. It's right next to me. Didn't get artillery. I got support. What is it? Panzerjäger 1. Okay, I have no idea what the hell that is, but I'm going to stay buttoned up. The gunner is going to operate the gun. The loader is going to reload. The driver is going to drive. The assistant driver is going to operate the MG. We have a small chance of spotting it. If it's infantry, I'll turn the hull towards it, and the bow machine gun can fire at it. It could be a tank at really close range. It's possible because you don't know what terrain this is. I guess. This could be like woods and, could be a light tank or something like that. So we're going to end the phase. Enemy SMG squad. Okay. What am I have a 50% chance of moving forward. Well, let's stand our ground. We have a Panzerjäger back here as well. I mean, he's not great, but he's something. I'm going to rotate. I'm going to pivot the hull towards him. And we're not going to fire with the main gun. We're going to fire with a bow machine gun. No effect. The other tank shoots at him. Oh, and the Panzerjäger shoots at him. I was spotted. Well, I would think so. Oh, you see that? He was throwing freaking grenades or something. I bet that's what it was. In retrospect, I probably should have turned tail and moved forward. That's what we'll do next time. I didn't like the fact that I already got attacked by something that was from the infantry on my tank. I didn't like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and stand our ground. We're going to operate the machine gun with a gunner. The commander is going to direct fire, and that's where we're going to leave it at. We're not going to move. All right. Coax machine gun on the way. 71% chance. 53. I got full effect and got ready to fire. Let's fire again. And I got a critical now. So I hit him, and then I got a critical. All right. Tab to continue. We're going to move to the other weapon, which is the bow machine gun. Let him have it with that, too. 62% chance of doing something. And it got full effect. There's a lot of firepower just from me on it. He's probably toast. Even though it's in... No, he's in broken ground, all right? Panzerjäger moves farther away. 23 firepower on the SMG. Destroyed. Victory, no enemy units. Lost radio communications. Okay, here we are in this zone. How much time is left? 2 hours. And I'm consuming about 45 minutes for each one. So I can basically get 2 more zones. I don't... Oh, that's just a recon. Okay, this is worth 8. That's worth 8. That's also worth 8. I'm going to try to come over here and then do a recon. Capture these 2 zones, get a recon. That's probably the best I can do at this point. We're going to go Q. We're going to do a recon there. Enemy strength is 4. Motorcycle team. Let's make sure we're buttoned up. We are. Okay. We're going to do advancing fire. And we're going to proceed. 1 HE round. I encounter enemy resistance. And he's at point blank range. I wonder if I'm doing a disservice to myself by doing that. Next time we know that it's infantry, maybe I'll advance with like the loader and the gunner crew exposed or something like that. I'm hull down to the front, but that doesn't really do any good. Okay, commander is going to be on spot. Gunner is going to be on operate gun. Loader is going to be on reload. Driver is going to be on drive, and assistant driver is going to be on. Let's put him on operate MG. We got a small chance here of doing a spotting phase, and it is an enemy motorcycle machine gun team. Okay, so we're going to pivot the hull. All right, that's where we're going to stay. Okay. And we are not going to operate that. We're not going to fire a gun at them. We're going to fire just a bow machine gun, which does not have a high chance of doing something for them. But I did get ready to fire and fire again. No effect. Okay. And we're going to end the phase, see what the other tank does. I was spotted by the MG team. Probably. They're attempting to dig in. Okay. The commander is going to direct fire, operate MG. Yep, that's what we want to do. Not moving. Coax machine gun, fire. Full effect and got ready to fire. Full effect again. Okay? And then the bow machine gun is dialed in. Oh, yeah, it is. Got full effect on that. He's probably not going to survive this. Oh, jeez. 32 firepower on a motorcycle team in the open. Trying to dig in. All right, how much time we have left? We have an hour and 25 minutes. Okay, A, do a recon on A. Strength in zone 2. What is it? Support weapons team. All right, here's what we're going to do. To see if it makes a difference spotting them at a distance. We're going to pop out the loader. Only. Normally, the assistant driver is perfect for that. I'm going to pop out, I'm going to pop out the loader and the gunner. They're going to peekaboo out the side of the turret. The commander, hey, we've almost made it. We don't want this guy to get hosed, right? Going to 3, we're going to do advancing fire. And let's request air support. I don't know that I'll get another turn. I mean, I'll get a turn maybe to do a recon, but I don't need to capture that zone. Fires 1 round of HE, no enemy resistance. So the air support dropped from 85 to 70. and I have just a matter of a few minutes. So I'm going to go Z. I'm going to do a recon there. Enemy strength in zone is 4, and it's a truck. Okay, let's try to take that zone. Advancing fire, air support. This is going to be the last turn. It's nightfall's coming. Artillery support and unit support. Proceed. Yep. 3 HE rounds spent. No enemy resistance. Combat day has ended. Okay, so I survived. Captured 20 zones. I feel like that's better than other times. We took out 3 tanks, 2 T-26s and a BT-5, an armored locomotive, and the artillery car, which that was actually what took out the other tank. Doesn't say what artillery car was. I bet it was probably the one that has like the T-34 turret on it. That's it. Gained 268 victory points today. And we're going to continue. Everybody got a point improvement. Okay, so that was a successful day. Let's start adding points here. Start with the commander. Okay, let's see if he has a new skill that's available. Experienced driver, no. MG spotter, gun spotter. Greatly increases the effect of direct fire action when a crewmate is attacking with a gun. Driver direction. Slightly increases effective driver movement action. Tactical retreat. Increased chance withdraw from a battle when directing movement. Okay, that's different. We haven't even tried to do that. Your observational senses, you keep constant watch for enemy contact. Enemy units are more likely to start the scenario further away from you. I like that. I like that. That's what we're going to do. Keen senses. Hoffmann has the spidey senses. Okay. Escape. Gunner. E. Let's see what skills he has before I start throwing things into perception or knowledge. What's quick trigger do? Slightly increases chance of maintaining a rate of fire when a crewman is firing a gun. I like that. I like that. We'll do that. Yep. All right. The loader. See what skills he has. Train driver commander. Ammo scrounger. Increases the number of rare ammo available for all guns when starting a combat day. All right, I have plenty. Okay? I hate to brag, but I've got too much special ammo. Steady hands, reduce movement penalty, crewman is firing a machine gun. Well, he's not firing the machine gun. Gymnast, firing spirit, gunslinger. What steady hands do? Yeah, he doesn't fire the machine gun. The gunner does. So I don't want to do ammo scrounger. I would rather him. Let's put him as a trained gunner in case something were to happen to the gunner, and my commander still lives. He can at least be trained. You know what? No, we're gonna put ammo scrounger on it. Yeah. Okay. And escape. We're going to go here to the driver and see if there's any skills he has. Lightning shifter. Greatly increases chance for successful move forward or backward action. Oh, what's mechanic do? Decreases chance of breakdown. Nope. Lightning shifter it is. Yep. All right. And the assistant driver. Shell tosser! That guy's such a tosser. Increases the chance of maintaining a rate of fire when the crewman is on pass ammo command. What about burst fire? Slightly increases chance of maintaining a rate of fire when the crewman is firing a machine gun. I want my guy to be a tosser. Yep. Okay. We got points on everybody. Next day, your crewman has been promoted and receives 2 advance points. Oh, so they got even more points. Advance forward, eastward, having driven into the heart of Belarusia and taken Minsk. Okay, yeah, we jumped into July now. Our divisions continue to press eastward in spite of directives to halt. Who would give them a directive to halt? Your group has been posted at a front line where it is heavy resistance. Break through the enemy defenses and destroy enemy units. This is a battle event. Air support's only 50%, artillery's only 60, unit drop to 80. Okay? Well, let's look at the crew members. Okay, so 2 of these guys got some points here. They got 2 advance points on basically the well, who was it? The loader, the driver, and the assistant driver. Well, let's go to the driver first. Train gunner, mechanic, steady hands on sticky situation, fuel saver. All right, what's a vehicle specialist? Small bonus to all attacks by this crewman against vehicle targets. Yeah, that could be handy. That could be handy. I mean, the only thing else I could want, eye for cover is not bad, perception of 4, Goldfoot, knowledge of 3, instinct for cover, perception 8, is to take one of his points and bump up his perception and then maybe be able to get one of those. And then I want him to be a vehicle specialist, and maybe if he encounters like a T-34 or something like that, have an increased chance of like putting around where it's going to do nasty stuff to it. Small bonus to attacks by this crewman against... Okay, but he's the driver. So you open your brain, man. Right? That's who the... He's the driver. Yes, that's not going to do any good. I'm glad it made sense. I'm going to... Goldfoot uses knowledge at 7. And eye for cover... Hull down chance after moving. That's handy. Perception 4. All right, so let's see if we can bump his perception. It right now is at 3. So we're going to go Q. We're going to increase his perception to 5. And now when we add a skill, now we have eye for cover as an option. Slightly increases a chance to achieve hull down status after moving. Yeah, that's handy. Okay? So we're going to add that skill. Yep. Cybert. Okay? And, all right, the loader. Train gunner, train driver, steady hands, burst fire, unsticky situation, firefight. Okay, so there's no skill here that I'm dying to have. So which one of these would I want that I don't have already? Gun expert. Greatly increases chance of a jam or breakdown for the gun that greatly decreases the chance for... Okay, we like that. So that's knowledge of 7. And lightning hands greatly increases chance of maintaining rate of fire when crewman is reloading a gun. Okay, so that's grit 6, and gun expert is knowledge 7. I like those 2. I can't get to knowledge 7 just yet, but I can get to grit 6 with one of the points. So I'm going to do grit 6, increase that stat. Yep. And then I'm going to go over here to the skill, and we're going to give him lightning hands. Okay. And now the assistant driver probably doesn't have any new skills that I want to give him. Well, we have that burst fire. That's not bad. There's a skill here called Apply Hammer. Use a bigger hammer. Greatly improves chance when crewman attempts to unjam a weapon. Use a bigger hammer. Shell pitcher replaces shell tosser. I need grit of 6. I like that. What's my grit at now? 5. All right, so we're going to increase grit to 6 for one of the points, and the other point we're going to add the shell pitcher. Now he's no longer a catcher, he's a pitcher. All right, and E. Yep. Okay, so here is the crew in this situation. I'm going to grab a refill on the beverage, and I'll be right back. So a day takes about an hour. I was thinking moving pretty quick. It takes about an hour. Okay, folks, let's see where we're at here with nobody's in the hospital. Nobody's gotten hurt. Oh, shut your mouth. We're going to proceed. Start the day. All right, first thing we're going to start off is with the ammo. It's a battle. Let's load up all the APCR that we have. Okay? And the rest of it's going to be high explosive. Okay? Accept and continue. Okay, this is interesting. Takes you 15 minutes to be ready. Travel to the front. So it looks like we're right here in the middle of this line, and here's the front lines. Now, I have a feeling what that means is they're going to punch and counterattack at us more than has happened in the past. We have a road here. I suspect movement is going to be, a dirt road. You know what a dirt road is? That's a Russian interstate. So movement along that's going to be a lot quicker. What's this zone over here? We have to hold this zone. We have to capture this one for 10, and we have to do a recon on the one in the swamp. Luckily, it's a recon. So I'm going to take this road, or attempt to take this road, up to here, cut over, and capture that. All right? We got to husband our resources quite a bit because they're a little lower than they were in other games. And it's a battle, so I suspect it's going to be heavier resistance. Is this going to be the end of Hoffmann? We will see. Okay. The Germans beat the shit out of the Russians. However, they took a lot of casualties too. You know, it was just unsustainable. Okay. So we need to go to 2. And we're going to go ahead and, no, what I want to see is which is the one that shows me where the other tanks are. There we go. Now, I'm the only one in a G, and I've got Hafe. The umlaut is not Hoff, it's Hafe. Hafele, and Haas. Both of them in a Panzer III-H. Which, as we found out, has more hull armor in the front. So, if all 3 of us will hull down, we'd have the same armor. You know, because the hull is not visible. Alright. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to E. Travel time's now only 15 minutes because we're going on the road. So we're going to do a recon on that. Strength zone is 2. What do we have here? infantry squad. Let's unbutton everybody. And see if we can spot them at long range. Oh, and by the way, I can actually press tab and just wait and rest. So I don't have to move forward every turn. I can stay in my zone. Of course, I could wait and then they counterattack and attack me. That's also possible. So we are going to go in with advancing fire, and I think that's it. Let's see what happens. Fire 6 HE rounds, no enemy resistance. And enemy forces attacked my zone, so I captured it, but then they counterattacked. And they're not visible. Here, unspotted enemy, but they're 2 away, okay? So I like that. I'm in open ground, so are the other, and Haas's tank is in wooden buildings. He's a little harder to see. Might have a broken line of sight, too, to the target. First thing we're going to do is let's unbutton everybody except the commander. We'll leave the commander on spot. Gunner is going to operate the gun. Loader is going to reload. Driver is going to drive, and the assistant driver is going to pass the ammo. We got a small chance here to do a spot on it. Here we go. Holy shit! It's a 76 millimeter anti-aircraft gun. So just imagine a German 88, but not as powerful. And it's right here. That's the problem I was talking about the other day. The problem with anti-aircraft guns is they're always going to have a high muzzle velocity. They're going to have long barrels, which technically makes them more accurate. And they're going to have a high muzzle velocity because they need the shells to go up in the air, like, up at 10,000 feet or whatever. So they're going to have good muzzle velocity. That is nasty. That is nasty. And it's moving. It's a Soviet anti-aircraft gun moving. It's packed up. Now, there's only one gun I can think of at a moment's notice that can fire while limbered, and that's the 88. The German 88 can fire while limbered, and it's actually looks pretty damn cool. Limbered up. A very cool looking weapon. I'm going to bank that this one can't fire while limbered. So I have a little bit of time. And by little bit, I mean very little. But in the movement phase, first thing we're going to do is we're going to pivot the hull. Okay? We don't want them getting a side shot on us. I don't know what that other unit is. If it was another gun that was limbered, I'd actually probably move forward and try to get the jump on him, start putting some hits on him before he fires at me. My attempt for hull down is only 8%. I'm going to try it. Unable to move in a hull down position. I do have line of fire to him. I'm not even going to fire the HE. I'm going to draw attention to myself if he hasn't already spotted me. And I'm going to have a 0.5% chance of hitting him. And I probably have a higher chance of, okay, this one's hull down. I bet he's not going to shoot at Haas. Haas is hull down in the wooden buildings. And Hefla and myself, or Hoffmann, are in open ground. So when he does fire, he's probably going to fire on one of us two. I'm not going to fire high explosive or anything at him. Show target info. Target unit has not been spotted. Okay, this is where you can select the target. Okay, now we select the target info. This is a standard heavy anti-aircraft gun in Soviet service in the 1930s and early 40s. It's large. If you guys play Squad Leader, it's a 76 double L. Yeah, it's going to rip me a new one. I'm not going to fire at him. I'm not going to fire at him. So, okay, it looks like there's a Stalinets tractor. Which one of the other tanks fired a machine gun at. Maybe wasn't able to see the gun. Okay, what happened here? Soviet tractor. The gun's still packed up. Okay, so this is a tractor, and this is a gun. A packed up gun. All right, here we go. We're going to go to the commander. We're going to direct movement. We're going to button up. We're going to direct movement. The gunner is going to operate the machine gun. The loader is going to be on reload, driver's on drive. Assistant gunner is going to be operate MG. Because if I do move a hex, I'm going to hit him with a bow machine gun. And we're prioritizing shooting at the gun. So let's get in there. I don't want to start getting into a duel long range, not hitting him. It unpacks. It's going to be a more accurate gun than we are and hoses us. I don't want to get in that situation. Okay? Forward! We move, but not far enough to move into a new hex. Okay. There's two hexes. There's two targets in here. I don't want to shoot at the damn Stalinets tractor. Okay? It's just basically a truck. It's a tracked truck. It's a fully tracked truck. So we're going to select target to the other target. And there it is. The target is a 76.2 millimeter gun. And we're going to fire at the target. And actually, a lot higher number than I was expecting. 53% chance. Here we go. No effect. Okay, here's the part I'm not going to like. Well, they got some hits. They got 15 firepower on them. And they destroyed it. They rolled an 0-1, a .1. That's just like the biggest explosion ever. Like, they shot and it went right into the freaking barrel of the thing. They didn't roll a 1. They rolled a .1. Wow. Somebody out there is a tank ace. Lucky shot. And the Stalinets tractor's moving away. We're going to chase that fucker down. Forward! I moved, but not far enough to new hex. Okay, we're going to fire the coax machine gun, fire at the target. Full effect. And that's all I can do. We'll see if any of the other tanks join in. That is extremely lucky. It's a .1. It doesn't get any luckier than that. 5 firepower on the Stalinets tractor. No effect. It moves further away. They're not very fast. I would bet that the Panzer III is at least the same speed as a Stalinets tractor, if not faster, because a Stalinets tractor is probably geared down a lot lower than a tank, which that's really weird to say that, but you know, tanks do have some higher gears. You know, this isn't a Tiger, it's a Panzer III. So, okay, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to direct movement. operate the machine gun. We're going to fire the coax. Yep, not much of a chance, because I'm moving and they're moving as well. But the other tanks are chasing him down as well with machine gun fire. And apparently he missed him, and he's still moving, but he didn't move far enough to move to a new hex. Same thing, move forward. Didn't move far enough to move into a new hex. We're going to fire at him again. Firing on the go. No effect, but I got rate of fire. And I got a partial effect, only 2 firepower. No, I was 2 firepower on him. No effect. He's on the run. Okay, I don't have line of sight to him. I don't give a shit, right? So at this point, I need to destroy him before this takes long enough and somebody else shows up on the battlefield. Okay, we moved into close range now. So we're going to fire the coax machine gun at him. And I got a critical. I rolled a .1 as well. Okay? That's probably going to do him in. But I'm going to move to the bow, also fire it as well. And rolled 5.2. So I had 2 die rolls. One was a .1 and one was a 5.2. That's some good die rolling. He's probably hosed. Oh, and the other tanks get to shoot at him as well. 21 firepower on him. Yeah, he's destroyed. No enemy units. That was a counterattack. All right, dirt road through the hills. E, recon. Strength in zone is 4. The ground's completely dried out, okay? That's good. Medium tank, it says. An infantry squad. We're going to save air support for a heavy tank. Advancing fire. Unbutton everybody. Oh, shit. That's not the screen I wanted. Unbutton everybody. Advancing fire. There's not much artillery support. I'll pick it anyways. N. Unit support. Yep, anti-armor. You got it. Fire 2 rounds of high explosive. Find no resistance. I'll take that. Okay, this zone that I was supposed to hold, the friendly forces have pushed forward away from it. That's good. Because I hate that, you advance in one direction, you make progress, and your helpers actually, lose ground. Okay, we have this open hex here. That's what we're going to check out next. Going to do a recon on that. Estimated strength 6. And a tank gun armored car. Okay, are we exposed? We are, okay? We're going to do advancing fire. And a tank gun, huh? Let's do artillery support and unit support. I can already tell that it is more resistance than it was last time. Okay, here goes. Yeah, it's sometimes wrong. When it was at strength of 8 and it was 1 staff car, you know that sometimes you just got to go with your gut instinct. Seven HE rounds used. I encounter resistance. Well, somebody's behind us. I didn't get artillery. Do I get an additional unit? I do not get an additional unit, and now I've got a unit behind me. I'm on hull down to the front, which doesn't do me any good when the enemy's behind in the back. We'll put the commander on spot. Gunner is going to go ahead and operate gun. Loader is going to go ahead and reload. Driver is going to drive. Assistant driver is going to pass ammo. Here we go. See what we get for the freebie. 45 millimeter anti-tank gun facing away from me. Okay, I'm going to pivot the hull again. And we're going to... I can't attempt hull down? Why can't I attempt hull down? Oh, because I'm already hull down, but I'm in the facing that doesn't do me any good. All right, let me do a reposition. Let's try to go to wooden buildings. Okay, it failed, so I moved into open ground, but I bet I'm not hull down anymore, which is good. I did not want to be hull down in the wrong direction because I want to have the option of being able to go hull down in the correct direction. I'm not going to fire a gun at him. I'm not firing HE at him and just waste it. I'm increasing my chances of jamming it. I think in retrospect, if I would have put the gunner on shoot the machine gun, I might give him a what for on the machine gun. So maybe if I haven't spotted somebody, I should put him on the coax and not on the main gun because I'm done firing at .5s anymore. It's just I'm gonna risk jamming the gun and then I got a real problem. So we're not gonna fire at the target. See, they're firing coaxes there. I was spotted by the thing. Okay, some of the dust is settled. Okay, I'm spotted, but he's facing away from me. Now, I don't mind firing the gun. I'll leave the commander unbuttoned. I'll button these guys up. The gunner is going to operate the gun. The loader is going to reload. Driver drive. Assistant driver pass ammo. I'm in open ground. I'm not going to move. And I'm not going to have the commander on spot. I want to have him on direct fire. And I'll leave him now, you know what? No, I'm superstitious. No, I'm not. I don't want to go through all this trouble and then get killed by a splinter or something like that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to, and we're not going to move. So we're going to fire a 50 millimeter high explosive round at the back of that 45 millimeter anti-tank gun. I missed, but I maintain rate of fire. Now, here's the interesting thing. The reason I kept rate of fire, I bet, is because I got that tosser in the assistant machine gunner. Because I don't have any HE in the ready rack. So we're going to fire again. I got a hit, and I maintain rate of fire. So I've got that assistant machine gunner, the assistant driver is coming in real handy doing that. Fire again. Okay, and I got 6 firepowers worth of hit. And they're firing machine guns at him. 24 firepower on the back of the 45 millimeter gun. Yep. Bye-bye. You only have a gun shield from there. No enemy units remain. Random event. Your crew feels a little less fatigued than before. Oh, they took those pills, huh? Those Nazi upper things. Capture award, 10 victory points for this. Well, that's what we're aiming for. That's Q. Going to do a recon. Strength is 3. Tankette and a truck. Let's unbutton everybody. We're going to do advancing fire. That's it. 6 HE rounds. Encounter enemy resistance. 2 units. And they're both in flat. Oh, they're in dust. There's dust 1, dust 2. Okay. But at least I'm hull down to the front. So it makes you feel a little bit better. So let's make sure we spot these guys. I'm going to go ahead and leave the gunner and the loader on spot. I'm going to leave the loader on spot. I'm going to put the gunner on operate the MG. And I'm going to close his little door, because it's obviously not helping him to see. Once I took him away from spot, and put him on a weapon, he's like in the weapon. He's not peekabooing outside the door. Okay? The loader can be on spot. Well, look, he's spotting out of one side of the tank. Okay? Driver is going to, let's keep him on drive. You never know. And the assistant driver, we'll have him pass ammo, operate MG, first aid, swap position, spot. See, if it was a Panzer IV, I'd leave him crew exposed, or even a Sherman. Shermans, they all have hatches. People like to complain that Shermans suck. Shermans don't suck. They're just, if they can encounter some super tank they can't do anything against. But Shermans don't suck. We're going to leave him on pass ammo just for, well, we'll leave him on operate MG. They got to basically move in front of him, but maybe it'll be a flamethrower team that decides to move forward. I don't know what it is. All right, here we go. Got a chance to spot him here. Okay, the loader spotted that truck, and then the commander spotted. So it's 2 trucks. All right. Well, we're not going to move forward. There could be something in the truck. There could be infantry. That's exactly what they'd want to do, right? So we're not going to move. We'll shoot at the closest one with a machine gun. There's only a 1.8% chance. Why? Get attackers moving, dust, small target in brush. I'm going to fire just to get the acquiredness to it. Okay, no effect. And the truck is moving closer. Some of the dust around you settled. All right, so now what we're going to do is, now we're going to go ahead and let's button everybody up. We're going to move the commander to direct fire. The gunner is going to operate the machine gun spot. Yeah, leave that. Operate the machine gun. Yeah, it stays the same. Okay. Not moving. We're going to fire that machine gun again. That's a 32% chance. Acquired target, no effect. They switched to 50 millimeter HE. Wow, somebody got ready to fire. There's only 2 other tanks, and they're firing like 4 times, so somebody got ready to fire. All right, direct fire, operate MG spot, operate MG, same thing. Okay, cool. Not moving. Fire at the target. No effect. That was an interesting sound. I don't know what that was. I felt like it was a critical hit, but he's still... Oh, he's hull down to the front. Well, he could be carrying infantry. Odds are he's carrying something. He wouldn't just be there. Let's operate the gun. Let's reload. Let's pass the ammo. Not moving. Firing high explosive. Fire at the target. 7.1% chance. Got a partial hit and maintain rate of fire because of the shell passer. Got a partial hit again and maintain rate of fire. And I got 3 partial hits, so I got 9 firepower. Now he is hull down, so I don't know how that affects it, but destroyed. Okay, cleared those guys out. I completed an objective. All right, let's look at the ammo situation here. 36 rounds, I'm okay. I got more armor piercing than I do high explosive, but you can tell now my consumption rate of high explosive is a lot higher than armor piercing. I'm not going to request a resupply at this point. And we've had very little of the day that's gone by. So notice how little of the day is gone because I did a lot of movement on the road. So that saved time. Well, let's go not on the road. This is right. This is a recon. Yeah, this is a recon. So we're going to move in this direction. We're going to do a recon there. Estimated strength is 5. Anti-tank gun, anti-aircraft gun, tankette. All right. We're going to go advancing fire. We're going to request air support. We're going to request artillery support, and we're going to request unit support. And we're going to make sure that we increase our chances of being able to see the enemy by being popped out. Okay? Travel time 55 minutes. Let's do it. Yeah. Always put something against armor, because I just don't have an advantage against that, you know. Okay, there's some nasty stuff here. Okay, we got air support. Hopefully they spot something. Trying to spot targets. 45mm anti-tank gun. 45mm anti-tank gun. 3 Henschel 123s. This is what they use for ground attack before the Stukas. They're basically a dive bomber. Unspotted unit was knocked out. That's good. They knocked out the unit I couldn't see. And we got artillery. .105mm howitzers coming. That 45 was hit with 11 firepower. And it's reduced. Okay. And I got supporting unit. And it's an 88 with another anti-tank gun. Okay, so here you see the advancing fire that I did pinned both of these units. So they're both pinned. There is an 88mm flak gun here and a 37mm AT gun. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to reduce this 45mm gun, knock him out. This guy, even though he's on the flank, and I'd be really concerned, he's got a unit that's a lot closer to him. So I have a feeling he's probably going to be paying attention to him a lot more. And they're both pinned. And I'm hull down to the front. We're going to go ahead. We're going to stay crew exposed with the commander. And we're going to direct fire. Gunner is going to operate the gun. Loader is going to reload. The assistant driver is going to pass the ammo. The driver, we'll leave him on drive. Not going to move. See what the chances are to hit. It's pretty low. I'm not going to fire. The 37mm is now deployed. R37. I was spotted by one of the 45s. It's trying to dig in. That one's trying to dig in. Let's do it again. It's still pinned, right? Pinned and deployed, pinned and deployed. Yep. No movement. We're going to fire at this target. 28% chance. Missed, but I maintain rate of fire. Got a partial hit. I can already tell that having the assistant guy pass ammo and have that skill is super handy. Half-track moves. We have some suicidal half-tracks in the German army. Okay, no effect on the 5 firepower they got there. 3 firepower from me. No effect. 45 millimeters trying to dig in. Well, like I said, I'm hull down to the front, so I'm hull down in the direction he is. So I don't mind getting into a shooting match here. And then this one's got somebody right in front of him, and he's not even facing the right way yet. So that's what I'm banking on. That's why we're engaged in this one over here. Let's see if our chances have increased any to hit him. No movement. We're going to fire at him. Yeah, 41.5. Dialed in. Got partial hit and maintain rate of fire. Partial hit again, maintain rate of fire. Partial hit again, maintain rate of fire. I'm telling you, that assistant guy is definitely Martinek, he is definitely, he's really good at the handoff. So I think I got 3 partial hits. That's 12 firepower on that guy, who was already pinned, by the way. I don't know what these half tracks are, just suicidal. 5 firepower on that 45, no effect. All right, how about the one I was shot at? We'll put 12 on there. Routed. It's trying to pack up. I don't know if that means I should switch targets. I bet I should. Routed and deployed. I'm not going to engage this one. I'm going to engage the other one, but I'm not going to move. I don't want to lose my hull downness. Well, yeah, I'd have my hull down this way. So let's operate gun, reload, drive, pass ammo. Yeah, everything stays the same, except we're not going to pivot. We're going to rotate the turret. Okay, and then we're going to fire and have a 23% chance to fire at him. Let him have it. And I missed, but I got a rate of fire. I'm telling you, Martinek, man. He got a partial hit, maintain rate of fire, hit him again. And missed. So that's just what? One just partial effect, I think. Oh, now the 88's unlimbered. Oh, they moved the... Oh, he had the half track. He was pulling the 88 and parked it right in front of him. Oh, no effect on the 45 millimeter gun over there. These guys are tough. Well, they're little targets. That 45 is still trying to pack up. That one's trying to dig in. Let him have it again. We're going to have to resupply here. Missed. Maintain rate of fire. Hit with 6 firepower, okay? The Flak 88's now deployed. 11 firepower on that 45 millimeter. Reduced. Well, those guys keep trying to pack up. Those are digging in. A Soviet sniper fires at me. Okay. Okay, there's stuff out there that you don't see. Button up. Button your ass up. Let that be a lesson to me. We're not going to move. We're going to fire again. Partial hit, kept rate of fire. Maintain rate of fire and got another partial hit. Maintain rate of fire, that got a hit and maintain rate of fire. So now we got 12 firepower total. Miss, but maintain rate of fire. I'm going to run out of HE. Got another hit and maintain rate of fire. We got a lot of firepower right now. And another partial. Whew! We got about 18 or something like that. I read about snipers today. I didn't think I would see it today. Stop reading about things. Oh, man. The German half-track moves. Oh, it moves back to where the 88 is. 23 firepower on that 45. Destroyed. I would hope so. That 45 millimeter is trying to pack up. All right. We need to stop using all this damn ammunition. We need to operate the machine gun. Loader is going to, who cares? Driver is going to drive. Assistant driver is going to operate the machine gun. And the commander is going to direct movement. Okay, we're going to move forward. Oh, I don't have line of sight to him anymore. And we're going to rotate the turret. But I lost line of sight to him. So there's nothing I can do right now. But the other tanks have line of sight to him. Okay, that half-track moves away, and that one moves. It withdraws from the zone. I guess the crew left. Okay. Now this is a recon, so all we gotta do is E, R, and we get the points for it. Okay, and we're not moving into that. We're gonna look at Q and do a recon there. Strength of 5. Light tank. We're going to move the map, then we'll ask for a resupply. All right, so we're going to advancing fire. We're going to advance buttoned up. Now I'm spooked. You know, with you reading about stuff, you know. Why don't you read about like blowjobs or something like that? No, then one of my guys is going to have to give the commander one. That's probably not good either. Careful what you read. Unit support of 70. I like that. Those are some decent odds. N. And we're going to proceed. Yep. I completed a hold objective. Okay, so I guess you get credit for the hold once you advance the map. Okay, we got unit support. That's a good gun. That's basically, there's 3 76 millimeter guns that the Soviets had in 41. Yeah, the 76 millimeter infantry gun, really short barrel. Then they had what they call the 76 millimeter field gun. Really long barrel. It's like a 50-something caliber gun. And by 50-something caliber, what it means is whatever the caliber is, that's how many times the diameter it is. So, for instance, if you have a 76 millimeter gun, 76.2 for the Soviets, really. But if you have a 76.2 millimeter gun for the Soviets, that it is 50 calibers long, the length of the barrel is 50 times 76.2 millimeters long. It's really simple the way that's calculated. Now, I don't know if that's all the way to the breech or just shy of the breech to the end of the barrel. It's probably the distance that the shell travels. The longer the barrel, generally, the faster the muzzle velocity, more it penetrates, more accurate it is, as a general rule. They had three guns in three 76 millimeter guns in 1941. The Soviets did 76 millimeter infantry gun, really short caliber. I don't know, like 16, 20, something like that. Real stubby. Same gun that's on the BT-7A, for instance. Then you have that field gun, which is a really nasty gun, and the Germans captured a shitload of them, and they brought them back and actually modified their 75 millimeter rounds to fit in there. So that's like the best penetrating gun the Germans have in 1941, shy of the 88. Okay, and eventually they would put that 76 millimeter field gun, modified with German ammo, on top of Martyrs. So there's some Martyrs that had a Russian gun. That's the gun that it has. They added like a muzzle brake to it and things like that. And then the other 76 millimeter gun, which was the most modern one, was the field gun. It's the one that they eventually called Crash Boom. And the reason it was called Crash Boom is it had a supersonic round that they would hear boom, and then they would hear it land before they heard the boom of it firing. Obviously milliseconds or a second between one and the other if they're firing at long range, which is very similar to the gun that was on the T-34. So that one is actually a more versatile gun than any of them because you can use it for artillery, you can use it in direct fire, that kind of stuff. I don't know where I was going with this, but so this is the 76 millimeter. The Germans like putting everything in centimeters. I like putting everything in millimeters. 76.2 millimeter PaK 36R. That is the Soviet captured. Now I don't know how the hell they captured it and already modified it in the matter of 2 weeks. Okay. But we've only been in Russia 2 weeks, and somehow we already have a captured gun with German ammo for it. I don't know. Probably an error. I would think that you probably wouldn't see any of these guns until December of 41 at the earliest. But that's my unexpert opinion. I would have to look into it. But regardless, we have that here. We're supposed to meet light tanks here, so my guess is this is a light tank. I'm hull down to the front. He's not in the front. He's off to the side. So we got to do something about that. I'm scared of snipers, so the commander isn't going to spot. Commander is going to go ahead and direct fire. The gunner is going to go ahead and be on operate gun. Loader is going to reload. Driver is going to be on drive. Assistant driver is going to be pass ammo because that guy is a great tosser. Here's another. He's around around, and I'm another one. Okay, so that's where we're at. He didn't get spotted. I don't care. I didn't got shot by a sniper. So we're going to pivot the hull. Like so. And I'm hull down, but I'm not that. Can I do I cannot go, you cannot go from one hull down to another hull down. So I'm going to have to reposition in the hex, and then once I've done that, then I can try to go hull down in that same hex. Okay? I don't want to move forward and find out that it's a light tank. It improves his chances of knocking me out. So we're just going to reposition in this hex. I don't really care what terrain I'm in. I'm going to try to move into, let's try to move into woods. Okay? I failed moving into the terrain, but I moved into brush instead. Okay. Just really concealment. I have a line of sight to him. I'm not going to bother firing. Okay, if it's infantry, I got plenty of time to shoot at him. If it's a tank, I'm not going to hit him. And I'm going to make myself super known. Okay, so we're going to end the phase. Did the light truck, the Kruppratz? Yeah, he dropped the gun. Okay, he dropped the gun, and now that he's hiding behind us. The little truck that goes with it. Kruppratz. Well, he's an unspotted enemy. I'm not. We're going to do the same thing. The only thing that's going to be different is I'm going to attempt to go hull down. Unable to move into a hull down position. Now, I'm not going to fire at him, but I'd like to see what my shots are. My chances to hit him. It's a 5%. Okay? So we're going to cancel that, and we're not going to fire at him. Krupprotz moves farther away, little German truck. What is he in? Dust? I'm going to not do anything again. We're going to attempt to go hull down. Unable to move into a hull down position. Let's see if my chance of hitting improved any. Not that I'm going to fire. Probably not. No. Okay. Krupprotz moves, but not far enough to enter the hex. I was spotted by the unspotted moving, and it moves. Let's risk the sniper one time. Operate the gun, reload, drive past ammo. Got it. It is a T-26. Okay. Not going to move. We're going to fire at the target with armor piercing. 12% chance. I got it, but I maintain rate of fire. Thank you, Martinek. And it got dust around me. Okay, that's fine. And I got a critical hit. And I maintain rate of fire. I'm going to fire just to be safe. I missed and maintained rate of fire. So we got one critical hit on him. I missed again, maintain rate of fire. Fire again. I missed, maintain rate of fire. Fire again. And I missed. I put like 4 shells into him. One of them got a critical hit. I just don't want to be like, oh, it was a dud shell or something like that, right? Automatic. Well, now I know. I got lots of AP ammo. Victory. No enemy units. Okay, and I'm in this zone. Now, what is this? Is this a hold? No, this is a capture, but I got to go through a freaking swamp to do it. Well, I ain't going to do that. I mean, I might come over here and then capture it. What is our situation on the ammunition? We're really low on the HE. We need to request a resupply. Let's make sure that we are buttoned up. Okay. Let's request a resupply. Yep. 20 minutes later, the trucks arrive. Okay. We're just going to add high explosive. Let's see, we can add 10 at a time. Shift. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to be overstocked on that. Okay. Although it wouldn't have hurt me any because I haven't had a penetrating hit. But you didn't read about penetrating hits today, did you? Okay. Tab, accept and continue. Enemy forces have attacked my zone. Oh, look at that. Well, I don't know what the heck it is, but it's unspotted. I'm going to risk. Operate the gun, loader reload, driver drive, assistant driver pass ammo. Anti-tank rifle team. Well, now I wish I wasn't unbuttoned, but I am. Luckily, we're at long range, so he probably can't even shoot at me at that distance. Can probably only go 2 hexes. Let's pivot the hull. Okay. And end the phase. Yeah, we're not firing at him. Dust around you is completely settled. All right, now we'll close the hatch. Operate the gun, reload, Drive, pass ammo, right. Yeah, the coax only goes 2 hexes away. He's at 3, so the main armament will have to do. Don't need to do any pivoting. We're already on HE. Okay, Martinek, keep passing the ammo. That's actually pretty good odds right there. I missed, but I maintain rate of fire. Fast hands, man. Got a partial hit, maintain rate of fire. Partial hit, maintain rate of fire. Now I got 2 partials. And a full hit and still have rate of fire. Fire again. Martinek is the man. Oh, and there's other tanks also doing damage. 12 firepower on them. Routed. See ya. Well, why'd you... I was spotted. Oh, I guess they're attempting to get off the board. Well, I'm not going to chase them down. I don't want them to... I don't want to get a chance of getting hosed. Fire at him again. AP. HE, sorry. Maintain rate of fire. Maintain rate of fire. So my hit chance went up way high. Nope. Fired 4 rounds at him, but didn't get a hit. Moves further away. Okay, he left the zone. Hey, we're just sitting here resupplying. You're out there bothering us. You're bothering me, boy. You're bothering me. Okay, so we're going to go to the 3 phase. And we're going to move off-road. We're going to attempt to capture this little zone here. So we're going to try to go E and do a recon on E. Strength in zone is 4. Infantry squad. I'm going to go ahead and unbutton everybody. Just so we can increase our chances of spotting them at long range. We're going to do advancing fire, and that's it. And we're going to proceed. Fire 7 HE rounds. And I still got a guy right next to me. Well, we won't be doing that again. Okay? We're not doing that again. We're going to button everybody up. Now, I can still see him by being buttoned up. It's unlikely that's a tank, although there is dust around me. So the commander's going to be on spot. The gunner is going to be on operate. I'll put him on operate MG. I don't think it's going to be a tank. Driver's going to be on drive. Assistant driver we're going to have on operate MG. I've spotted an enemy SMG squad. Okay, so we're going to pivot the hull to the right. And now we'll have the bow machine gun within range. That's why we did that. We're not moving anything further. And we're going to fire the 5 firepower of the coax machine gun at him. No effect. Okay, we're going to move to the bow machine gun. Fire at it. 1 firepower. Well, it's better than nothing. All that, and I was the only one that got a hit. Okay? It's actually a pretty good roll, 25.8. The squad attacks you with Molotovs. He hit me with 2 firepower. Good thing I'm buttoned up. No penetration. So you can be attacked next door by Molotovs. They don't have to be in the same hex. Okay, well, that's a problem. So I can either stand my ground, continue firing the machine gun at him, or try to turn around and run away and hose him as I do that. I'm going to stand my ground. That way we can get the bow machine gun in there as well. Only thing we're going to do different is the commander is going to direct fire. If I had been crew exposed and Molotovs fell on me, it probably would have been really bad. As it was like a 16% chance or something to get me, and they didn't roll that. Luckily, not going to move. Now, if he was pinned, I'd do an overrun. Okay, fire the coax machine gun. Yeah, and those are some good odds. I could still botch it, but those are some good odds. Got a critical. Okay, move to the bow machine gun. Fire. Those are good odds. Got a partial effect of 1 firepower, and I got rate of fire. Fire again. Okay, so now I've got 10 for the critical, 14. I got 14 firepower, just me. $35 fire. I don't think they're going to make it. Yeah. 97% chance of destroying them. They were going to get reduced no matter what. Okay, no victory. Campaign day random event. Additional air support has been made available. What was it 40? Now it's 65. Okay, we got lots of day left. I'm going to stay buttoned up. I've learned my lesson. I'm paranoid, and we're going to move forward and do a recon there. Estimated strength in zone 5. Truck. Let's do advancing fire. That's it. Let's hope it's not like a freaking tank or something. I fired 2 HE. I encounter enemy resistance. It's somebody at long range. I'm hull down to the front, which doesn't do me a whole lot of good. I will go ahead and try to get a spot on him. I will move to operate gun, reload, drive, and pass ammo. It is a truck. Okay. We're going to pivot the hull. And that's all we're going to do. I'm not going to take a shot at long range. The other tank is. All right, the commander. What kind of terrain is it in? Open ground, and it's not moving. I'm going to direct fire. I'm going to button up. I don't know if I'm even able to give any effect to that. I'll have to find the manual and read it. But I know that I have a feeling that I can only spot new stuff here. But obviously, when everybody's buttoned up, you don't lose track of where this guy is, right? So because of that logic, it makes sense that I should still be able to direct fire. Now, if I have an unspotted guy and I'm buttoned up, yeah, I'm only going to be able to see in these zones. But if I lose line of sight to him, he would turn back as unseen again if I wasn't crew exposed. So, regardless, I don't want to take a freaking sniper. So we're going to direct fire, operate gun, reload, pass ammo. Got it. Okay, no movement. We're on high explosive. Let's give him a shot. 32% chance of landing a hit. I got a critical and maintain rate of fire. Give him another one. I got another hit and maintain rate of fire. Give him another one. And I got another hit. So I got two hits and a critical on a truck with a high explosive. Yeah, he's probably hosed. Yeah. Yep. Victory! No enemy units in the area. Okay, and the friendlies captured some other zones, but they didn't capture this one that we're trying to take. So we're going to go C. We're going to do a recon on C. Enemy strength 10. Yet it says motorcycle team. Well, Yeah, we're gonna do advancing fire. We're gonna request everything. Let's make sure that we're buttoned up. We are. Yep. Fired 7 HE rounds. I encounter enemy resistance. I would hope so. It said 10. One unit. I got air support. What is it? It's a motorcycle machine gun team. There's an ME-110. They should make short work of that. 16 firepower. Oh, they're hosed. Yeah. So that was a strength 10? We got some really bad intelligence. These crooked spider people are just, yeah, we'll have to look at the manual. You know, it could just be wrong information, which I'm perfectly fine with. I mean, that means it's, you know, uncontrollable stuff. No enemy units remain. We captured it. Okay. Enemy forces captured a friendly zone. Okay, so they pushed a little bit here. All right, so if we're going to get to a recon and a capture, I want to push up this road and save some time. So we're going to move to Q. That's a friendly zone. So unless they counterattack, there shouldn't be an issue there. Okay. They captured a friendly zone. I'm going to try to move here along the... Capture point value is only 1. Interesting. This is only worth 1. These captured points aren't worth as very much in this battle. All right. In that case, I'm going to move towards where there probably won't be anybody. That's going to save me some time. Friendly held zone. Friendly forces have captured it. Okay. And we're going to move into here, which is the start of the road. And it's friendly. Now we're going to start trucking down this road. So now E, the travel time is only 15 minutes, but I'm still going to do a recon. Strength in zone 8. What is it? Truck, motorcycle team, light tank, artillery gun. We're going to advancing fire. Oh, we're going to advancing fire. We're going to do unit support. And we're going to do air support. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to fall for something. We'll leave artillery support out of it. Actually, I'm going to throw artillery support in it as well, because the air support's really the one thing I don't really want to use, because that it's obvious that they can take out a heavy tank, because it happened. It happened in the first iteration of this campaign. So fired 2 HE rounds and no enemy resistance. Okay, Q. Do a recon. Strength 2. Support weapon team. I'm just going to advancing fire on them. You enter advancing against anything suspicious. Okay. Nope. Nothing happens. Same thing. Go down the road. Do a recon. Enemy strength is 4. Infantry squad truck. We're just going to do standard advancing fire. Use 3 HE rounds. I encounter enemy resistance. And he's right next to us and somebody's behind us. Okay, we'll leave the commander on spot. The gunner is going to be on operate. MG. Loader is going to be on really can't do anything. Reload. Driver's on drive. Assistant driver is going to be on operate MG. So if it is something that we can hurt, we'll turn our hull towards it. Enemy rifleman. Okay, I have a 50% chance of success of moving forward. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to pivot the hull and attempt to move forward. I moved, but not far enough to enter a new hex, and now we're going to rotate the turret and fire the coax machine gun at him. No effect. Okay, that's a truck way off in the distance. That's good. I was spotted by the rifleman. I guess that's them shooting rifles. Okay, I still don't want to be right next to the rifleman, so I'm going to tell the commander, go ahead and direct some movement. Operate the MG reload drive. Yeah, same thing, except this time we're going to attempt to move, and we did. And now we will fire the coax machine gun at that infantry. It's now 2 hexes away where they can't hurt me. And they got a critical. And they can't hurt me at 2 hexes away. 10 firepower. Destroyed. Okay. We're going to direct the movement again. Operate MG is fine. Reload, operate MG, right? We're going to rotate the hull, and move forward. And we're going to rotate the turret this way, and even though we don't have a line of sight, there it is. But I got to move within 2 hexes to be able to shoot the I don't want to keep burning a shitload of high explosive on them. Okay, ends the phase. See how the other trucks do? Oh, he wants to move farther away. It's a chase! Okay, and it withdraws from the zone. Okay, well, that works too. All right, now I'm going to, I don't know if this is on the dirt road, but if I cut the corner here, I'm not really on it. But these zones are only worth 1 point each, so there's not a big incentive in taking them. Let's do a recon. Strength in zone is 5. Infantry squad. Check the ammo. We got 33 rounds left of high explosive. Okay. We're going to do advancing fire, and that's it. Use 1 HE round. I encounter enemy resistance. And he's right next to us. Okay. Spot. Operate MG. Reload. Driver drive. Assistant driver. Operate MG. I've spotted enemy riflemen. I'm going to do the same thing. Okay. So we're going to have a 45% chance of moving forward, but I don't want to move forward from where I'm at. I want to rotate there and now move forward. Not enough to move to a new hex. Turn the turret. Fire. Not a bad chance, actually. But no effect nonetheless. 15 firepower on the rifleman. Reduced. I was spotted. And the rifleman surrendered to us. Okay. This is a recon? It's a recon. And that one's a capture. Okay, so we're going to go D and R. Strength is 3, and I get 4 points for that. What's here? Armored car. Well, I'd like to capture this, and I don't really want to go around to capture it. I would want to make a straight move towards it. So, armored car, huh? Let's request unit support and do advancing fire. And we're going to proceed. Yep. No enemy resistance. Okay. D, recon. Oh, and enemy forces attack my zone. Okay. I don't get infantry support. I wonder why. Yeah, I guess because I had support that was going to come to that zone and there was nobody there. It was just still questions. Did they show up when these guys counterattacked? Okay, well, he's invisible to me, so that's great. Um, I'm going to leave him on direct. I'm going to put him on direct movement. The gunner is going to operate gun in case it's a vehicle. We're going to reload. Assisted driver is going to pass the ammo, and the driver is going to drive. What else can a driver do? Drive in the terrain, withdraw. Pivot, hold, attempt to gain, hold down, reposition with the same hex for forward, backward moves or prompt for a desired terrain type. I don't know what the hell that is. So we're going to. I don't want to get hold down until I know that I have line of sight to him. So we're going to go ahead and drive with him. Okay, we're going to pivot the hole. Okay. Man, I don't know what this is. I'm going to move forward. He's still blocked line of sight. Okay. Looks like something that has a machine gun and doesn't do any damage. Didn't do any damage to us. So what I'm going to do is we're direct movement, operate gun, reload. I'm going to switch to operate MG. I'm going to bank that it's not a vehicle that has a cannon. Now, let's leave that on. Let's leave that on operate gun, reload, drive, pass ammo. Right. Now we're going to reposition. Hills. Sure. Success moving into hills. And I have line of sight to them. What are the odds of landing nothing? Okay, well, we're not going to fire. Again, didn't do anything. If he's firing machine guns at me, I'm not popping my head out to crew expose him. Okay? We're going to try to fire blind this time. Oh, I should have done direct fire. Doesn't matter. I'm probably not going to. Let's fire a. That's only a 3.8% chance. Nope. It's a T-26. And he spotted me. And looks like he didn't hit me. And he's hauled down to the front. That bastard. That bastard. And I'm not hull down. Strike fire. Operate gun. Reload. Drive. Pass ammo. What are the chances of being hull down? 42.7 because I'm in the hills. Let's attempt hull down. I move into a hull down position. Okay, that's excellent. Going to move to armor piercing. And we're going to fire. Now, there's only a 0.5% chance. And a Panzer IIIH was destroyed by the T-26 and shook one of my crew members. Okay, now it's not the initial. Now we didn't just move. Now we will, and we're hull down. Now we're going to fire at the target. 13.1% chance. Why? Targets in wooden buildings. Okay. Small caliber. Fatigue. Target hull down. Okay. Missed. Dust around you is completely settled. Oh, that didn't help either. Okay, let's let him have it again. Oh, I have a shaken gunner. Lovely. Okay, so I hit him, but I hit the part that was so he was saved by the hull down. So fire it again, but I got ready to fire. I hit him, and he got saved again by the hull down. I hit him, but they got saved again by the hull down, and it maintained rate of fire. And so I hit him, what, 3 times? Every one of them hit on the bottom hull. So I guess when you're looking at this here, this is kind of like your bar of what your chances of getting. The blue is a critical hit. The red is a miss. This brown would normally be a hit but it's hull down, so it counts as a miss. Like you basically hit the dirt or whatever that's in front of him. You know, a wall, or well, he's in a wooden building, so he's being protected here by this. So all arounds fell in this brown area. I needed to go basically the green or lower. Well, let's see what happened to him. Let's see if he gets pissed off. He attacks me with a 45 millimeter gun and misses. You know, I don't really have a choice other than to sit here, and he probably doesn't have a good chance of hitting me either. I mean, I'm hull down. This other tank that got knocked out, I suspect that is not. This Panzer 3H is also hull down. So now I got a commander that's shaken. We're in a duel here. We're in a duel with a T-26. I have a 29.1% chance because it's like that doesn't include the hull down hit. So it's 29.1 from the green and blue. Okay, here we go. Got saved by the hull down. Maintain rate of fire. I got a hit that was not saved by the hull down, and I maintain rate of fire. Let him have another one, and I missed. So I got one good hit on him. It's probably toast. Now, see, I could have blown that and, like, not penetrate him and, got him. Victory. Now we're back to 2 tanks. It looks like we're cut off out here. Do I have time to capture that? I think so. We're going to go D. Strength is now an 8 here. Light tank support team, weapon team. Let's do advancing fire. Let's do air support. Let's do artillery support. And let's do unit support. Yep. Definitely more resistance than other games. 2 units. Got air support. T-26 and a heavy machine gun team. 2 109s. They're not going to be able to hurt the T-26. What? I guess it was. I guess they had bombs. And the HMG team was hit. 4 firepower. No effect. I guess there was 2 planes. That was the second plane. Routed them. Artillery request. No artillery chance. I got a support unit. Kind of a waste now if it's just a heavy machine gun. Panzerjäger 1 and anti-tank rifle team. Okay, we're going to direct movement. We're going to operate the machine gun. Loader's going to reload. Driver's going to drive. Assistant driver is going to pass ammo. Not that it makes any difference because we're going to engage them with machine guns. That's what we want to do, and they're out of range, so we're done. Panzerjäger moves. I was spotted the HMG team. I don't care. They can't do anything to me. They can't even do anything to me probably at range Hex 1 unless they have built-in Molotov cocktails. We're not interested in getting into range 1 with them anyways. So direct movement, operate machine gun. All right, let's go. That's good. Move forward and let them have it with a coax. Partial effect. Panzerjäger doesn't want any part of that. 2 firepower on him. Probably wasn't going to do anything. Oh! I guess because he was already, like, routed. They're like, ah! Okay. Man, we still got, like, 2 hours left. D? Recon on D. Estimated strength in zone 9. Support weapon team. Advancing fire. Air support. Artillery. Unit support. Let's go. 3 HE rounds. I would hope I would get resistance. 1 unit. We'll have to look in the manual and find out what the numbers mean. I got air support again. Luftwaffe. HMG team. What a waste. Come on, 109s. Take them out so I don't have to deal with them. 4 firepower. Destroyed. Thank you. Yeah, artillery support. Who cares? There's nobody left. Unit support. I got unit support, but there's nobody left. There's a Pack 36. No enemy units left. Completed an objective. Enemy forces captured more zones. Well, I wonder if I can request. I can request supply. It doesn't really matter. Boy, they've really like punched a hole through this stuff. I don't really want to keep capturing. I mean, I can capture like, I can get like 2 more points. I'm going to do weight. I don't think I've ever done weight ever in any game. So we're going to do tab, weight, rest. Remain in place for 15 minutes? Sure. Ready for possible attack. Enemy forces captured multiple friendly zones. Friendly zones also captured stuff. Okay. Well, in that case, I will move forward to one that is friendly. I will move to Q. Because I move 1 more and I'll move the map. Now, I don't know if there's any objectives that are worth a damn on the other map, but... Okay, so there's only 12 minutes left. So I'm going to wait. I don't want to risk getting cut off. Your combat days ended. Yeah, nothing happened. All right, so here, this is the kills that we got. A lot of T-26s, well, 3 of them. Fought 14 engagements, captured 16 zones. Got 25 gun hits. Man, that's a lot. Only 165 victory points. Yeah, because the zones just weren't worth as much. But you know what? We lived. We survived. Well, let's see what happens. Everybody leveled up except the commander. Yeah, he was shaken by the sniper. He's like, I don't want to learn anything. I don't want to read any books. All right, I'm going to do the same thing that I've been doing because I don't want it to get screwed up. So I want to add the points now. So the gunner Did he gain any new skills? Train command, experienced driver, unsticky suit, light him up, fuel saver, eagle-eyed. Oh, that's got to be something that's good. When crew exposed, slightly increases chance of crewman to spot it. No, 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 because I'm not going to be crew exposed with him. When crew exposed, no, I would do that to the commander, but target focus reduces the effect of precipitation. What about sniper? We need perception. We need perception skills. All right. So we're going to go escape. We're going to add perception. Okay. Yep. All right. The loader. What did the loader get here? He didn't have a lot of skills. Steady hands. He's not firing a machine gun ever. Gymnast. No. So what we'd like that for him to be is a gun expert. Greatly decreases the chance of a jam. That's knowledge. Okay. So let's bump his knowledge up. So we're going to go Q. Go down here to knowledge. And do that. Yep. Cybert the driver. Let's see what we have here. Train gunner. Cautious driver. Decreases chance of bogging down and triggering landmines. Okay. That could come in handy. You know, we're hosed if, you know, if that happens. And then the assistant driver, who is an awesome ammo passer. This guy is freaking great. Felix. Fast hands Felix. What's fighting spirit? Oh, that's if he goes to the field hospital. Okay. Anything else we have here? Apply hammer. They call him Ronson. Flamethrower attacks by his crewmen have 10% chance to maintain rate of fire. Yeah, but that's not conflagration. That's a flamethrower thing. I think we do burst fire now with his machine gun. Okay, so this is where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and advance it. No, I'm not. We're going to leave that for next time. Okay, so we played 2 full campaign games, 2 full campaign days, and we lived to talk about it. All right, folks. Thanks for stopping by, and we will save and quit the main menu. This is where we will pick up next time when we do this again. All right, folks, have a good evening.